Guys, welcome to the Humanity. My name is Ever, and today's coloring adventure is all about tags. I am going to be doing a tag that was created by Miss Sara from Chronic Coloring Down Under, and I will have her all linked in the description. And this tag is Do Opposites Attract 2022. So, this is a really cool idea. I'm kind of switching it up just a little bit because I do not have a color by number that has a small amount of spaces that would make a video not tedious and boring, and so I picked something really cool. But the idea is that you're looking at the color wheel here, and if, let's say, your color by number calls for blue, well, instead of blue you're going to use orange because it's down here on the other side of the color wheel. So using this fancy dancy color wheel that I picked up the other day, I have these markers here. Now there's only 4 because what I'm coloring doesn't have a big color scheme. So what I picked to do for the tag was Superman. Now, Superman's a pretty iconic character, so we know that his cape is red, his suit is blue, the symbol of the House of L is red and yellow. Wow, I am a nerd. And then his little belt, I believe, is also yellow. Now this is like a Justice League one, and I see there's a little embellishments on his thing over here, and I'm just going to say those are supposed to be red. And of course his skin. So I am doing everything opposite on this page. So let me get myself comfy, and we can do this. So we'll start with his skin, because that's the funniest one. So I'll just show you on the color wheel. If you flip it over and drop it, awesome. So if you flip it over, you will see over in the yellow-orange area, you have that sort of peachy color at the very top. And when you go down to the other side of the wheel, it's sort of a blue-violet kind of color. So I found what I think is the perfect color in the Sharpie. And so we're going to get started with our Superman. And this shouldn't take too long to do. I thought this would make a fun video. And I know that Sara did this with the color by number, and I only have one color by number book, and that's the Cute Dinosaurs. And the issue with that is that some of the colors are very specific, I guess you could say, to where it would be kind of difficult. And there's 21 colors, and I was like, no, I want to make a fun video that isn't going to be an hour long, so I'm going to color Superman. And I had just gotten this book. This is from the Crayola Art with an Edge Justice League book, and it's actually just pages, loose pages, kind of in like a cover, and it's a little bit thicker than usual paper. I'm pretty sure this is a Bendon publication, but the pictures are super cool. I have an Aquaman one that I need to finish that ended up being so cool. And I just realized that coloring him this way in this color actually does make him look like his Bizarro self, because I think Bizarro Superman actually has sort of a bluish skin. So technically, I am sort of coloring him opposite in Bizarro. Although Bizarro's uniform is still the same colors as Superman's, just that the S symbol is backwards on Bizarro's uniform. And speaking of Superman, I actually live in the city where Superman was born. The writers of Superman was created in Cleveland, Ohio. They actually had a really cool Superman exhibit at the library a couple years ago, and it was so awesome. They actually had the typewriter that Superman was written on there. I was nerding out so bad. Superman is one of my favorite superheroes. I do like lots of things Superman. I'm actually more partial to Jimmy Olsen, who is Superman's pal. I'm a big Jimmy Olsen fan. I just colored in his eyeball. Oops. No, we're just going to leave that. But yeah, it was a really fun time. They had people dressed up as Superman and Supergirl. I actually went dressed as Jimmy Olsen, so it was kind of fun. I got my picture taken with the Superman that was there and the Supergirl. But they had like costumes from the movies, all sorts of memorabilia, toys, all the weird toys that came out in like the 60s and the 50s and everything. It was really, really cool. I had a really fun time. And Superman is very, very blue. This is actually kind of cool. I'm glad I decided to do it this way. This is fun. But yeah, I am very fond of... I'm more fond of some DC comic stuff rather than Marvel. When it comes to Marvel, I'm not really into like Spider-Man or Iron Man. I mean, I've watched the movies and stuff, but when it comes to comics, I've always been an X-Men fan. I actually have an X-Men tattoo. I'm actually wearing my X-Men t-shirt right now, so that's kind of funny. But I was always into the X-Men even when I was little. I was also into, when I was little, there was a comic out called Power Pack, which was about a bunch of kids that had powers. And one of them was the son of Reed Richards. And he was a kid with powers. And it was about their misadventures and things. Well, now we have a very blue Superman. So I got that done. I'll do the symbol next. So the background of the symbol is yellow. So that means violet. So we got violet here. I'm kind of digging this backwards Superman thing. This is really fun. And I'm just using these twin marker alcohol markers and then the Sharpie for his face. I was going to use Sharpies and pick intensities for the rest of this, but I did not have colors that really went with it. So I had to sort of dig around. I think one of these might be one of my tau trees. Yeah, there's a tau tree here too. To get the right green, you know, I had to get the right green. So I'm going a little quiet here for a second. Gotta concentrate. I like using alcohol markers to color with, but as you can see, I've already done it. There's a learning curve with how it feathers and bleeds, and if you're not used to using them, you're going to make mistakes, and things are going to kind of bleed over into other things, and that's okay. Mistakes happen. You just get better with it. I'm also using the broad part of it. I'm not using the smaller tip, so that is also making a big difference. Okay. There we go. And a little bit of it. So yeah, I don't know how you guys are all doing weather-wise, but it's cold here. Good Lord. It's March. It's 20-some degrees. I went out earlier to take out the trash and check the mail, and my face froze off. And then we went out before I filmed the video to do stuff, and again, my face froze off. Let's see. So we got red, which is the S will be red, and his cape is also red. So now it's going to be green. And green and purple look good together. That's actually a good combination. Reminds me of Mardi Gras. So this is Mardi Gras Superman. This is great. This is absolutely great. Sarah, I love you for coming up with this tag. It was such a cool idea. I absolutely love it. And you know, I wanted to have a color wheel anyway, and we were out at Joann's the other night, and I was like, hey, there's a color wheel. We have a coupon. Let's get this color wheel because I need it for this coloring tag that Sarah did. But I wanted it anyway, you know, just to have it for reference. Because it is actually a really good reference. Especially on the back of it, it has like the more non-primary colors. And it starts getting into different shades of the reds and shades of the oranges and things. It's really cool. It's very, very cool. It's very cool for this. So tell me in the comments, guys, who is your favorite superhero? Do you have a favorite superhero? Did you grow up with a favorite superhero? I grew up with, like I said, X-Men. I grew up with Star Wars. I wasn't into comics when I was super young, but I was into Star Wars when I was a kid. Had the toys and everything. My friend Sean had the big Millennium Falcon that you could fit people in. You opened it up and everybody could sit in there, and there were all sorts of things you could play with, and I think it lit up and made noise. Was the coolest thing ever. Sean had the coolest toys though. We met, so I grew up in a trailer park, and Sean lived in the trailer down the road from me, and I was like riding my bike or walking around, I don't know. And Sean was sitting in his driveway, and he had the C-3PO that fell apart. And so he was throwing it up in the air and just letting it fall and just shatter. And then he'd put it back together. And he would pick it up and he'd throw it down. And that was my first memory of him. And then we became like really good friends. We actually got a picture taken together. I don't even remember how old we were. Oh my gosh, maybe 10. We were young. And it was one of those pictures where like one person is sitting, like, you know, having a normal portrait picture, and then the other person's head is in the air floating. I mean, this was the 80s. I mean, I was born in 75, so this was the 80s when they did that cheesy photography. But there is a picture of Sean and I out there, and it's so funny. And he actually moved back to my hometown and opened a tattoo shop in where the old news seller used to be. Used to sell newspapers, magazines, like tobacco. We would go in there and get candy out of the barrel for $1. We'd get like dollar Tootsie Rolls and root beer barrels and stuff. He actually bought that space and turned it into a very successful tattoo shop. I still have not gotten a tattoo from him yet. I want to very badly. I actually want, we've talked about it before, I actually want a pile of C-3PO parts. Since that's the way we met, I want that as a tattoo, like on my ankle or something. I really want another tattoo. They're so expensive, and I just don't have the disposable income for one right now. I could save for one, but there are like 70 other things I want to save for. So, and I don't really know what I know what I want. I have a laundry list of tattoos that I want. It's just the case of like, which one do I get first, basically? Do I get my Moby Dick tattoo first? Do I get my Inception tattoo first? You know, it just kind of depends on what I want. And I have to get the ones on my arm sort of redone because they were really done in a really crappy way and they look kind of junky, and I kind of would like to get them redone. I kind of want to have this one on this arm here sort of redone and like made into something else and just have it cover this whole part of my arm. But that's for another time, you know. But yeah, speaking of hometown, so my mom is moving, and she's moving into like an assisted living place, like a senior living, not assisted living, just like a, you know, senior apartment. And she finally got the go ahead, and it's going to be like the end of April. So now she's working on packing up the house, and she has a buyer for the house. So my childhood home is being sold, and I am just now coming to terms with that, and it kind of sucks. I've been thinking about it a lot the past couple days. We're actually going to go up to New York on Wednesday to help her pack and kind of go through. She's got some stuff that she wants to see if we want any of. She has a Temptations problem, I like to say. And she collected a lot of those Temptations like bakeware from QVC. And there are actually some I want, because I'd like to use them as like serving dishes. So if we have people over for dinner, you know, we can use them as serving dishes, and they'd be really pretty. So, but we're going to go up there and make sure she's got groceries to get through. to the end of the month. You know, make sure she's got gas in the car, all that fancy stuff. So Soups is looking kind of fancy right now with his, I almost don't want to add the orange. So I feel like the orange is going to make it look like crud. I just like the purple and like the green, and the blue looks really cool. The green looks almost teal, but it's green, I swear. It's just, I think the lighting is just making it look a little less green, but let's finish Superman off. I'm not going to color the dots in the background. I'm just going to leave them as they are, just to kind of not have to like color a million other things. I think that's his leg right there. Is that his leg? Or is that his cape? We're going to go back and color that as his cape and say that we just see one leg. Sometimes line art can be confusing. Tell me I'm not the only person that has this problem. Sometimes, even with like Kirby and Johanna and Hannah Carlson, sometimes I look and I go, okay, what is that supposed to be exactly? Where does that lead? What does that go to? Oh, this is really funny. He looks hilarious. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is so fun. I may want to do this with another, like maybe with Wonder Woman. I mean, the other guys in the book are like the Flash, and he's all one color. He's red, so he'd just be orange. And his logo would be purple. So, I mean, that would be, I don't know, maybe I'll do that. That would be kind of fun. I'm trying to think of who else is in there. Cyborg is in there. He's a robot, so it doesn't, he's gray. That wouldn't be as fun. Green Lantern might be fun to do opposite. I don't know, I'll have to see. I've already done the one really good Aquaman picture. I can't do opposite of Aquaman, although Aquaman would be kind of cool if I did him opposite, because his torso outfit is orange, and then his like feet flippery things are green, and he has like green gauntlets on, so that would actually look kind of cool. I might have to do an opposite Aquaman. We shall see. And if you guys want to do this, like, I would totally, like, I would love to see more people get in on this hashtag. I will put the hashtag in the description and in the title, and link to Sarah's video about it, so you guys can see her video. She did a really cool picture of one of the mice from Cinderella, and it looks really cool actually when she got done with it. But I'm also going to post this on Instagram, and I'll post the hashtag on Instagram so you guys can get in on the fun, because it really is fun. And I'm going to do the little gauntlet piece down here. It's all fancy. I think in the Justice League stuff that's actually yellow. Or I'm thinking saying it's red. We're going to go with red. I'm going to say it's red. So we're going to make it green. I gotta finish his cape over here, because I'm saying that's his, no, that's his leg. I've changed my mind. That's his leg. He's doing some fancy pose, and that is his leg. So there we go. Yeah, if you guys see this, I got this Crayola art with edge thing at the Dollar General that was $5, and there's, I think, 30 pictures in there. I forgot his hair. Uh-oh. I'll get his hair in a second. We're going to say that, yeah, we're going to say this is green. This is supposed to be green. I'm not very familiar with the Justice League version here. Comic Justice League, not movie Justice League. I don't want to talk about movie Justice League. I will be here forever, and my opinions may shock some people, but let's just say I do not like Zack Snyder's version of the Justice League movies, or Batman versus Superman, because he killed Jimmy Olsen. And when he was asked in an interview about it, he said he didn't think that Jimmy Olsen was important to the story of Superman. Those words left that man's mouth. Yep. Clearly he's never read a Superman comic in his entire life, because that is so far from the truth. And I do not like. I should have done it in the classic blue that usually the hair is. Usually when you do comics and you see, like, if the character has black hair, like Wonder Woman or Superman, this is usually all blue. But I'm doing it in black, which is a different black than the ink on the paper, so it looks a little funky, and that's okay. We all make mistakes. And that's alright. And I've already started, so I'm just going to finish it like it is. It looks like he has spaghetti in his hair, like weird, like noodles or something in his hair. So yeah, definitely will leave you guys all of the good stuff. Oh, you know what? There are eyes involved here. We need to talk about his eyes. So hold on, give me a second here. So we can't have Superman's eyes not have any color to them. I'm sorry, Superman, but I'm going to have to give you orange eyes. We are doing the opposite thing here. Usually you have pretty blue eyes, but in this case, you have pretty orange eyes. And there we go. Do opposites attract? Well, we have a very orange, green, purple Superman with blue skin. I think it looks kind of cool. I don't know. This is kind of neat. This was fun. This was a fun experiment. I want to do it again. I might make another video with another DC character and do their whole uniform in opposite colors. So yeah, if you guys liked this video and had a good time, go ahead and consider giving me a thumbs up. If you have not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.